Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Notice is hereby given that a regular meeting of the Greenwood Board of Trustees at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, August 12, 2026 at the U. McDonald Community Center located at 619 Main Street in Greenwood, Nebraska. The meeting is open and encouraged to attend. Board of Trustees reserves the right to adjourn to exec session for state status 84-1410. Open Meeting Act is posted in the meeting room for the public review. Roll call: Stephanie.
Here.
Kevin.
Here.
Tanya.
Here.
Mark. Here. Don here. Consent agenda: minutes, approval of time card, payroll detailed reports, profit loss, balance sheets. Any additions or corrections? Don will make a motion to approve the consent agenda, minutes, approval of time card, payroll detailed reports, financials, profit loss, balance sheets. For second.
I'll second that.
We'll call Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Stephanie.
Aye.
Water report. Alan will be here shortly, so we'll skip that. We'll go to the sheriff.
Alright, for the month of July, Cass County Sheriff's Office patrolled just over 73 3/4 hours, answered 10 calls for service, the town issued 7 citations, 12 warning violations.
Where's questions? Sure.
Last time Sergeant Horning was here, he talked about maybe getting a speed trailer for Church Road. Okay. Any update on that, maybe possibly?
I have no updates on it. It's been underneath. I know it was down for repairs for an extended period of time. Have you tried reaching out to Deputy Tuttle? I know in years past he's been the one that's been the point of contact for range.
No, but I can't.
What's that?
No, but I can't. Pete said he'd take care of it.
I know the trailer hasn't been out all summer, so I don't know if all the repairs are even done yet. I don't do that. I don't even know all the extent of all the repairs that had been done. It was pretty extensive. So.
I can send him a text.
I did see a cruiser parked on the side of Church Road a couple times this week when I was driving down there. So.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you.
Aside from Church Road, are there any other hotspot areas for speeding?
West side of the track, people driving
West.
unlicensed kids, youngsters driving.
E-bikes, e-board, or, like
E-bikes
Yes.
are becoming a problem. Countywide, so.
That's nationwide. Yeah.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I made this report. Alan will be here shortly. We'll go back to that when he gets here. Clerk's report.
Treasurer's reports in there. I just need to be able to get the agenda and minutes still put on the website. And I need to get the library minutes about those.
Just thinking the most recent one, we had switched our meetings from the first Thursday of the month to the third Wednesday.
The last one I got was June 25th.
Right, I'll double check, but I sent the July ones, so
We'll follow.
well,
Thank you. And the food bank, people were complaining that when they would come in, they were being confronted just trying to pick up food. The food bank's for whoever wants to come in and use it, and they don't have to check in or anything. Just come in and get what you need. The bags are in there, and just leave with what you have. We do need more donations, and I'll be posting that probably tonight. And for whoever needs to come in and use it.
That's everywhere. Everybody's, all the towns are saying that the food bank shelves are getting low, so anybody can help, it'd be greatly appreciated. Any questions on that? Anything else?
No.
Okay. Fire and rescue, their minutes are in there. Park and Rec.
We got a meeting next week, so we got I did check with them about the Greenwood baby funds, and they did have a profit this year of $1,520.
Perfect. Thanks. Any other questions for Dr. Greenwood? Library.
Nothing other than, October 17th, I turned it in for the next meeting, hopefully we can vote on. I got permission from the fire department for to use their firewall for this meeting again this year. And, I put in a request for the next meeting, you guys will, trunk or treat, just block off that one area again, one fire area, but I got verbal confirmation that
Okay.
they're okay with it, so.
Anything for the library? No? All right, thank you. Communications of citizens. Yes.
Well, I just wanted to say my husband and I moved here several months ago, and I was thrilled to find such a nice library here in this town. And I found out it's a very active library. They have some reading programs, Joy Hour, book club, craft club. And I also learned that they are involved in community activities. They help bring Santa Claus to town, do the Easter egg hunt. They have bingo, they have bike rodeo, and they have an annual spaghetti feed fundraiser. So I was just going to express my appreciation for having such a nice facility here in town, and I appreciate it. And I think a library is a great asset for any community, and especially in a small town where it's very much appreciated. Thanks.
As a citizen, I should have mentioned this library. Janet has a lot going on, and she is doing bingo through October. And something the community really enjoys. But she would like someone to take that over, you know, if we're going to continue that as a community. We need someone to volunteer, so if anybody wants to listen to this, wants to volunteer to be a bingo master, it'd be great. She will help get that really started. And but she would like to retire from that duty in October, the October bingo.
Anyone else? Okay, old business, discussion, possible action, nuisance property at 400 Main Street. Bo's request 60 days to bring into compliance. Reason this back on there is because we had 2 yays and 1 abstain, so it's one of them things where we kind of gave it the 60 days, we just need to put it back on the agenda because we didn't have 3 yeses.
Are we done in 30 days notice because of any progress with this? Like it was not.
We're not doing another 60, it's just when we start.
Okay, so we're back.
So basically, it's been in like 36.
60 days.
From what?
Yeah, from the
First meeting of last month.
That's what I'm mentioning.
Yeah. So, have you seen anything progress over there at all? No?
I think it was over today,
I thought I saw one flatbed trailer stuff disappeared or one day, and that was,
I think we're gonna couple of things up here, so.
yeah.
but I don't know.
One lays, 2 come.
Yeah. So what's our drop dead date on this?
It's be another October 1st, I think, is what we gave.
Yeah. Alright,
So anyway, I'll make a motion to approve 60 days not to exceed October 1st for Bo to get in compliance.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Tanya,
Abstain.
Mark,
Aye.
Donna, Stephanie,
Aye.
Kevin.
I,
New business, approve or disapprove claims list today.
I'll make a motion to approve claims list today.
For a second. Roll call, Mark, Donna, Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin,
I,
Tanya.
I
Discussion possible action nuisance complaint, Fifth and Ash, weeds are at least 3 feet tall.
they're over 5 foot, some 5 too, way higher than me.
I put some along the sidewalk, but used to
gotta follow our rules, so we gotta send a letter.
Is it Fifth and Ash or Sixth and Ash? Fifth.
It says here on the,
Yeah.
the complaint letter says, so. So anyway, I'll make a motion to approve Darlene to send a letter to the people at Fifth and Ash to have them taken care of in the next seven days.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Don, aye. Stephanie?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Tanya?
Aye.
Mark? Aye. Discussion possible action, Ash Street and Church Road, weeds and trees obstruct view getting onto Church Road. I think he's taken care of a lot of that. So,
Yes, he's actually.
It's not as wide open as everywhere else, but you can still negotiate, navigate it safely.
right,
It's made a lot of improvement
Right.
in the last 6 months.
exactly.
People wanna be able to see down the Highway 6 and Ash Street.
That ain't gonna happen.
And yes, this goes back to, Church Road being a little bit of an autobahn, if you will. But I get on there twice a day and it's fine.
Yeah, I live on that corner and I.
Alright. So, okay. Number 4, discussion possible action, 1 and 6 year street plan draft. This comes from JDO once a year, so just, streets that possibly could be done, which are, some of them are on there, and that you'll know here in a little bit, that they are on the list. So we just need to approve 1 and 6 year road plan. Unless are there any other streets that somebody thinks needs to be on the 1 and 6. I think them are good. What's that?
I don't think there's any other ones right now.
One quick thing, that approach on the 4th Street Railroad crossing, the railroad and Department of Transportation are in the works to completely redo that entire crossing from the railroad tracks to the highway.
But when?
That's the question.
Right now we've got,
I know a pothole is that, yes, we need to repair it, but they're talking about redoing the entire thing and doing some other work at both locations. So that's where that, meeting that,
Grant.
so just want to make a note of it. So
We can do that last.
what's that?
We did it last week, it's not done yet.
You can have it next
Still
week.
leave it on.
yeah, that's it, leave it on there, but just want to make note of it. So,
I'll make a motion to approve the 1 and 6 year road plan that JEO presented to the board.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin. Aye. Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Donna. We'll back up a little bit, we'll go now, water report.
So the scheduled well test for the well over the water tower will take place sometime in the next 21 days or so. A little bit weather depending on when his schedule permits. During the time, you'll see a bunch of water. They'll discharge the water into the ditch, which end up discharging into the park and then out of the city. So you'll see some water in there. I'm sure people are going to call because it's going to fill the ditches up with water. So they'll run that for 24 hours and then we'll let you know the results as soon as we can. And then I apologize for missing the budget meeting, it couldn't be held, but I didn't know on the budget stuff what you wanted to request as far as meter replacement. I don't know what your plan was for meter replacement.
We budgeted for,
you got 60,000 for water meters and stuff there. Sewer, 25,000 for repairs and 28,000 for capital outlay.
I apologize, what is it?
60 for water.
For meters?
Yeah,
meter.
Yeah.
we put in 100 for, because we don't know what AWS is gonna have other fees or whatever for the well.
Yeah.
So,
But for the testing, it will not exceed that estimate, it will not, for the testing part of it.
yeah, we already approved that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So, and then,
For sewer, we got 25,000 for repairs. I'll put another 20,000 for capital outlay.
And the capital outlay is in both or just one?
It's just sitting there in case we need to have it.
Slush fund, basically.
Yeah. So basically, you got enough for your blower motor, you know?
Yep.
But that's next year's.
Correct. After October 1, right?
Right.
And then you have a, and I apologize, this is probably too many details, but do you want me to do them in phases? Do you want me to certain points, or do you want me to wait and make sure that the money's there from Beverly? How do you want me to do the water replacement?
Well, the money should be there.
Okay. So is that something you want me to make high priority and just do them all, or can we do it in phases?
How many meters do they have in stock, do you know?
I can probably get that many, I can probably get pretty quickly.
Because we didn't know how many 1 inches compared to 3/4 inch, so we just.
And I won't know that until I
Right.
replace them.
Right.
So.
That's why we gave it a number.
Okay.
And then you had other line items on there for like wall mounts and all that stuff.
Yep.
So.
And I think there was 70 still in our view.
75.
70. Okay.
I think there's enough in there to do 100.
Okay.
I don't know how much of them cables and stuff you're gonna need because.
It'll just depend.
Right, everyone's gonna be
The
different.
one that, it just depends. So, and so you'll be, it's okay if I do them like thirds?
I would say, yeah,
That way I know how many sizes.
unless you're having to order.
Well, I don't think the lead times that is excessive anymore.
Okay,
So I think that they kind of come
because
back.
last time I knew they were like 600,000.
Yeah, so I think they're kind of back to normal a little bit. So I'll double check with that, but it's okay if I do it in thirds. That way you don't get too many of one side.
Right.
Because you'll be forever before you use them. So. Okay. And then obviously the well needs to be high priority. So, and then I wasn't sure how you want me to go forward with the planning part of that. Do you want me to get the results and have Bryce put together something?
I would say that would be the best thing.
That way everything's documented step by step.
We know what kind of cost it's gonna be.
Well, that, and we get a yay or nay that's gonna work or not.
Right.
We'll know that pretty quickly. We'll know that within 10 days probably. And then with him being PE, it'll save probably years of claim and nonsense. So that we'll know pretty quickly. But okay, I'll just do that then. As far as the rest is concerned.
And if we have to on stuff like that, to get things moving along, if we have to have an emergency meeting, we can.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of waiting 2 weeks because that might be something that we want.
We need to get it done, so.
Yeah, because the approval process of the state is very arduous.
Exactly.
It's very arduous for them to approve things. So, I'll plan on it. As far as everybody got a second letter from me about the CCR data. And I'll try to be politically correct here, but the state of Nebraska they give us that CCR form that we send everybody, the consumer confidence report. And on the bottom, it says our lead line inventory is located at this address. What we don't have, we have no known lead services left in town. So I put in a none in inventory on the form. The state rejected it, and it took them about 45 days to tell me that they rejected it. So they said, you have to have a physical address for the lead line inventory. And I said, there are none in the inventory. It's a zero. There isn't an inventory because it doesn't exist. You still gotta have it, so they can go up and see the survey or whatever. And I said, so there's no getting around this, no. I said, so I just have to send an amended form. That's the form I sent everybody, that amended letter that said, hey, it's not NA, it's the non-existent inventory is at this address. If that makes sense. Really, really dumb, but it is what it is, so that's completed. Mr. Eden reached out. He says he will have his backflow test to the office by the end of the month. Not sure if you turned any like.
No, I don't expect it till the end of the month, that day.
So he has reached out. He has finally communicated and said he is taking care of it. So I don't know if you want to still send him a letter. You want to give me a month. Doesn't make a difference to me, but it does need to be completed. The state is a requirement. So.
I think we should probably send a letter just to get documented.
Yeah, just so we got a document.
So you want to call for it, you want to step out?
Needs to be completed by August 31st. always shut your water off on September 1st until it's completed.
And that's what I told him to.
Okay, I'll get this done.
Thank you. If you need a letterhead or something, let us know.
Oh. That's it for order.
Maintenance report.
I guess we're kind of just doing the order beat and stuff. We're trying to finish up projects here before it gets too cold. The building the sewer plant, the town meeting on here, I just got the second order here yesterday. So we'll get that on here in the next couple of weeks. And the HVAC will be installed in 2 weeks, electrical going next week, and then it'll pretty much be completed. So, as far as insulating it, we didn't really have a set plan on insulating that thing. We were just gonna insulate one day, like we talked, and the HVAC guy basically told me that that's virtually impossible. So,
Mr. Block.
well, he said blocking off with that small. He says you'll have pretty severe condensation problems between the bays. Like, okay. So, I think he's gonna put a tube in the whole length, and then we'll just have to make sure we keep it at like 40 degrees. So, then, as far as the other stuff is concerned,
Or you could just plug in your equipment inside.
yeah. Well, and we're not talking like, we're not in there, it's just
Right.
equipment maintenance.
So it starts.
Exactly.
So if you got plugins, I'd say that'd be cheaper.
So, and then obviously keep all of our warehouse up in there. And so we were going through, inventory for a bunch of stuff, and if we had a pretty significant storm, we just simply don't have enough equipment to manage much of the storm electrically. There's just not enough there. So, as far as transformers are concerned, that sort of thing, much more than about 3 transformers, they just do it much better. So, I don't know, and I know that that's a budget issue, so I wasn't sure how to address that, but we probably should be.
Done. Primary, secondary, wire, fuses.
Pretty much. So, I mean, we're talking like 1 roll of wire for each thing, and had enough transformers, I think there's 3.
Give us a list on what you think we need to get to where we're.
Yeah, and it's awful to have that equipment sitting around, it's expensive. It's also awful to have a storm come through and have it be 8 times as long and get replacement. Because a 50 kVA transformer right now, lead time is about 18 weeks.
It's actually a little higher than that right now.
That quote is 18, yeah. But, I wasn't sure, I don't know how we're gonna address that budget wise, but, I mean,
I had them throw in 30,000 for 2 small projects, and I know that they're gonna have to be done.
We put in 50.
Up to 50, okay.
So there's gonna be another 20. We can call Michael back and have him add more if what do you think it's roughly?
honestly, I would do.
Another 50?
I don't know. To be very honest, what I would do is I would take direction from you and say, we have excess of this, and I would just use the excess of my equipment to have it in inventory. I don't know that I would put a number on it.
Let's call Michael back tomorrow and add another 25 electrical, that'll give 45,000.
And then you can start doing the whole, even the reallocation again here, if there's money left. You can reallocate and buy some of that equipment because it's around. So, and again, I hate having that stuff sit around.
But it's not gonna change. When was the last time primary wire got changed?
And the lead time on some of that stuff,
And that's what we're doing.
that's the killer.
Well, and the worst part is going into wintertime.
Right.
When you start having storm, it takes one area or region to have a bad ice storm, and then
We won't even be able to get it from OPPD.
your 18-week lead time becomes a 30-week lead time.
And kind of on that same lines is kind of your future planning, like short-term future. We probably should work on some feed stuff.
Well, I think that's one of the things that Keith.
We have so many radial feed stuff that you start getting enough like a significant amount underground. If it's radial fed, I mean, you're asking for a problem. If you have a problem, then it's not power till you fix it. And it's much more difficult to fix up underground than it is to fix it overhead, obviously. So, in the kind of the short-term future, we need to be talking about doing some of that feed stuff. connections for their different parts of the town. You know, if you get a damaged wire over here, you know, power runs like this, you can shut this off that's damaged, isolate the damaged part, energize both sides, and then you can fix that while there's the rest out.
So the half the town out of power, you've only got a third.
Well, not
Not even that.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do it correctly,
Right,
there's not, and they'll be out obviously during the outage.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, yes. So,
There'll be some outage.
right. So, I would maybe give some consideration to that stuff. But, as far as the, other stuff is concerned, the only thing that's probably really big that's unfinished is that the culvert project down at Fifth Nash. And I probably need you guys to look at that. Very simply, we ran out of grade. You know, I stopped where we stopped because we ran out of grade. We was 5 inches and 450 feet. And the tube big enough to carry all that water at the one end is now actually sitting up close to street level at the other end. So I'm not sure if we should just leave it open. I really like you guys to look at it before you come forward.
Will we be able to observe water flow through it while I'm doing this project?
Yeah, and I will tell you during the 5 train in the spring, it was about 3/4 full. And it sheds on 47 acres, is what it sheds. So it's a lot of water.
Guess I never realized there was that much water
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, we had to figure all that out when we were doing the Greenwood subdivision. It's about 47 acres of greens. Is there anything pressing? Oh, the lights out front. I know that the street lamps are out front. I know they're bad. They're bad LED drivers. Very, very difficult to get. I was shocked how difficult they are to get. So we'll probably convert them over to something much, much more simpler. And for going forward until we can find replacement or find
I
some
was
replacement.
looking into that too, and actually it's almost cheaper just to take the head off and leave the head on and done.
Well, and I think this is gonna sound ridiculous, but I was just thinking a simple fixture with a simple LED bulb that you can go buy off the shelf. Yeah. Because the equipment that they have in there is very, very product specific. The lights are ridiculously custom. I mean, I don't understand why they just didn't put a simple bulb in there, but you know. But that's the reason those two are out. Drivers were out. So, but, which means the rest of them are probably not that far behind.
Right.
So,
And every time you get power surge, eventually pop it.
so. Is there anything that is real pressing, because we're just kind of doing order maintenance at this point.
Only thing I was questioning, tree trimming. There's a couple primaries that I think were still affected. Have we done anything with that or have we?
Which ones?
There was one over between Elm and Broad, 56th, right behind the Garmo's house.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, we typically like to do that when it's cold.
Yeah, but I think it's in the primary right now, or very close to the primary.
So it's touching our.
When the wind comes up, I think it does. I just want to make sure there's any outages if you get a rainstorm or something. One of those.
Okay. And then, did you want to do any street patching before winter?
Crack signals.
No, I was thinking like actual patching.
That's coming up.
Oh,
So stand by on that. What you and I talked about? Hold on.
oh, okay. Alright, anything else you guys? And if it's okay, we're just gonna kind of do order maintenance for now. Just kind of get some things wrapped up here and then kind of get ready from there.
As far as maintenance goes, just so the board's aware, Jimmy's gonna be out until
24.
at least the 24th. If you don't know, he got in a car accident at work. He wasn't got rear-ended, so everybody's aware. So we don't know if they have insurance or not. We haven't found out for sure. At first we thought no, but now he's thinking yes, so I don't know. So,
I guess we did have a problem with the organization one that we're maintaining. One of the relays went bad in the lift station, so it's being addressed. But right now it's on one pump, which we're 24 months into that, so 12 more months in that process.
We're, brought that up, streetlights in your subdivision.
Oh yeah,
I had one citizen asking when they were going up.
and I've had 2 people in there have asked me not to put them. So, and we'll put them up this fall. So, we only got 4 yards left, and then there'll be more construction in front. So once they're all completed.
I did see somebody hit the footing for the one light there at the corner of.
They didn't hit it, we took it out.
Oh, okay.
It was in the middle of the handicap ramp,
Oh,
and there's already one on Fifth.
okay.
And I was kind of down to have 2 lights for 20 feet apart. So I just took it back.
Anything else, Ralph?
You good, Jeff? All right. Let's see. We did the 1 6 year. Okay, discussion possible action for road repair bid for North Street. Look at them. I got 3 bids from Omni, constructors and pavers. I contacted Cathers, they never replied. We had to wait until after like July 20th before we could get the bids, so we could get to the 90,000 or under 90,000. Otherwise, it was 30,000 according to state statute. So otherwise, you got to have an engineer. So, pavers total bill would be $189,521 for. They're doing North Street from. That would be from the concrete all the way to Corpus and Limits out there above the log cabin. On North Street. And then 4th Street from where they, right there at Main Street, where they started, where they left up, where they started, they'll go all the way to 4th Street on West Street. That's a 2-inch mill, and then put back 3 inches, then they'll do shouldering and seeding. Same with on North Street. First they'll do the patching, wherever it's real bad, they'll dig it out, put asphalt back in, then they mill everything. So then they'll put back the top of everything. So, according to the 1 6 year road plan, like they had it at 85,000 and pavers had it at 89,000. So they're within reason. So that's what their estimated cost was. And I had them put a bid in, like you said, Kevin, on 4th Street from concrete, right there from the highway where we put in there years ago to the railroad crossing.
Oh yeah.
The only reason why that's for that little strip is so high is because they gotta get $10 million bond from the railroad. They gotta have somebody on site when they do that. So when they say stop, you gotta stop. Yeah. And they could take all that. That's why. And then there's a patch over there on West Street, right
Leon Fields.
by Leon Fial's house. Is in here. That's the West Street patch. And there's manholes that you said over here in town that they're gonna redo. So anyway.
What was on it, dude?
Well, some of this is double, so I mean, they were removing some, but here's the removals.
What's their timeline to start? Anybody?
I told them North Street was the priority. We'd like to get it done before harvest. And after that, we can do the other, because they're a little better shape. So,
Constructors is terrible busy.
yeah, the constructor said they couldn't get, end of the year. Omni said they were swamped too. So Paver said they could possibly get to it this month on the North Street project, but probably couldn't do it though. But you never know, they said. So, and whatever they don't get done this year, we still got 200,000 in capital outlay for streets for next year. So if it's after October 1, we're still good either way. So.
I want to clarify, you said we're going to the log cabin or we're going to the corporate limits? Because corporate limits are another 7.
Log cabin, wherever it stops now.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm sorry, yeah.
because corporate's another 700 feet past.
Right.
Well, been down North Street lately. Before harvest, we about got to do something. There's gonna be, we're losing Volkswagen.
No matter what they do on 4th Street from on the railroad tracks, they still gotta have, so that's why I think if we do it all, because even if we fix that patch, they still gotta have, they call them,
Yeah, there's a flag in there.
flagmen, yes.
Yeah.
And if they say a train's coming, you gotta stop and offset in places for 3 hours. Where's the train? Well, they said they're coming. Yeah, you said there. So that's why that bid is extremely high. That, they gotta get a $10,000 bond. So. Sorry for getting these late. 2 of these just got it to me tonight at 5:30. That's a total. Hmm? What? You got a motion? I agree with it, I agree with it. They want.
So the bonds are included in on
That's
but
in
not
their
in
price.
waivers? The bonds?
The bond will come out of pavers, they get the bond, because they're doing the work for the, are you talking about the one by the railroad tracks?
Yeah, well, it just says exclusions are the bonds and the permits, but Omni has those included.
The 4th
It's still a
Street,
huge difference.
the 4th Street is the 14,000, it's the 3rd page. That one does have the bond in it, that's why it's so much. And then you gotta pay for that railroad guy to be there, the flagger. And they, like I said, when they tell you to stop working, you gotta stop. So that's removal of everything and put back 8 inches.
But why do they say the bond?
It's included into the price.
Okay, because at the bottom of it, it says excludes the bonds.
I know, but that's how they did it. Because they know they gotta have it. The bond means if they're taking, if we want them to have it bond.
Yeah.
That way, if the work ain't done in a certain time, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Then you go against the bond company. So there's 3 different projects. Project 1, project 2, project 3, so we gotta do it.
So they have to be separate on the.
Huh?
Yeah, separate.
All 3 of them, so.
I'll make a motion to have pavers complete the North 4th Street asphalt overlay with patching not to exceed $89,900.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Kevin. Aye. Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Donna says. Stephanie.
Make a motion to have pavers complete the West Fourth Street to Main project not to exceed $80,000.
I'll second.
Roll call, Mark.
Aye.
Donna stays. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin. Aye. Tanya.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to have pavers complete the Fourth Street project and the Fifth Street manhole project not to exceed $22,000, and the West Street patch, forgot about that. And the West Street patch not to exceed $22,000.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Donna stays. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Is there anything I need to get rid of that?
I don't believe so. They'll put some signage up out there, probably 190th or whatever.
So I don't need to.
But we will inform you when it happens. I'll let all the board members know when it's gonna go. Let's see here. Approve or disapprove for authorization to enter into an easement agreement and authorize the chair and clerk to execute the same for 343 Elm Street, legal description of lot 413 Greenwood.
This was wrote about, just so you guys know, it's over by Custom Gun Solutions in the house. They did a lot adjustment, lot split. When they submitted it, they did not have an easement for utilities going down through there, so this is a vote to entertain that easement for future utilities if we ever do anything in that area. So I make a motion to approve authorization into an easement agreement for 343 Elm Street as presented.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Abstain.
Mark.
Aye.
Approve, disapprove AMGL audit scope and objectives for year end September 30th, 2026. I'll make a motion to approve the AMGL audit scope not to exceed $13,000.
I'll second.
Roll call, Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Resolution, approve or disapprove resolution 26-02, municipal annual certificate of program compliance 2026. This is something we do every year for Nebraska Board of Public Roads. That's how you get your lane miles. I will make a motion to approve resolution 26-02, municipal annual certificate of program compliance 2026. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Okay, I need everybody to sign this little. Huh? I don't need to sign.
I'll just write it.
Okay, sorry. Board comments or questions, Stephanie?
Thanks to the Silhouette Boys and Mark for getting the entire amnesty situation figured out and done. So they're good.
Kevin?
I already addressed the street lighting thing, was the only thing that I had in the new subdivision.
Tanya?
Same as Stephanie, thanks to Levi and Logan for helping out and taking all those tires. They worked pretty hard. And then from Mark for heading up the project and taking care of it. We appreciate it. We thought you would get
Oh,
What was the count on the tires?
a lot.
Exceeding, like,
Well, okay, so. Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you ever go to do tire rounds, do it again. First and foremost, I learned how the grant is obtained, and but Keep Cass County Beautiful is not in charge of that grant. Well, they assist the county, who's the municipality that gets the grant. County Roads Department actually collects the tires. And they have their own set of rules, it doesn't get publicized. Monday about 2 o'clock, it was touch and go whether or not we were gonna give her the 2 dumpster fulls of tires. We were able to work with County Department of Roads, we came to an agreement. However, if you ever go to do it again, one, check with the County Department of Roads, whoever's in charge. Get their blessing. The main reason is, when they go to write the grant, they wanna say we helped X number of citizens. It doesn't do them any good when we say the Village of Greenwood brought 2 dumpsters full of tires. So if we were to be able, if we got our own grant, that's fine. If we're gonna do it under somebody else's grant, we need to play by their rules, check their inventory. 2, I would say it was designed and intended for this to be the people of the village with 2, 3, 4, 5 tires, not people with 18, 20, 30, 40 tires, tractor tires, or semi-truck tires. We didn't need that. We got that, we took that. So make sure you limit the number of tires and the size of tires. Also, I would highly recommend you put in the clause, we refuse the right to service. Okay. Had some people not playing by the rules, and it's obvious. Just refuse, just know that you shouldn't throw it out, but we'll take everybody's tires. And 3, when they show up, they have a driver's license and a utility bill to prove that they work here, live here. Because I'm here to tell you, we collected entirely too many tires that weren't from in the Village of Greenwood. So if you go to do it again, there you go. But the boys did a good job. Told them that's you're learning community service and human interaction. So that's all I got.
Again, I wanna thank Levi and Logan, I'm sorry, for doing the tires. They worked really hard.
There were some rusty tires that you could tell had been laying around forever. They were just nasty. We fought to get them off the rims. I think they're tennis. Well, then they get scratched up. Their clothes took the brunt of it.
Well, in the picture that I posted, just so everybody knows, that was like 9 o'clock that morning that I took that picture.
Yeah, they were.
They still have a couple hours.
Well, and then once we got done collecting, we had to dismount, and then they had to take those rims to junk because they didn't want them laying around. And then they took 27 or 30 rims to junk, and then they had to take those tires to Rick's shop and throw them in the dumpster because I was not letting the dumpster in there. So limit the tires, play by whoever's rules, make sure they're coming out of Greenwood.
And thanks, Alan, for everything you do. You're greatly appreciated. So anyway, we can adjourn at 7:49.